How to localize your app for the Chinese market. Hey there, ready to explore one of the most exciting and complex mobile markets in the world? Let's go. Why do so many apps fail in China, even after being translated into Chinese? The Chinese app market is one of the most powerful and fastest growing in the world. With over 1.2 billion mobile users and an annual revenue of more than $60 billion from mobile apps, China presents a massive opportunity for app developers. But entering this market isn't as easy as publishing your app globally. In fact, it requires a tailored strategy, and it starts with localization. Before we dive into localization, let's talk about where your app can actually be published in China, because it's not as straightforward as in other countries. Google Play is not available in mainland China. Due to government regulations, Android users in China don't have access to the official Google Play Store. Instead, the Chinese Android market is highly fragmented. There are over 400 third-party app stores, each with their own rules and audiences. Some of the most widely used platforms include Huawei App Gallery, Tencent My App, Oppo Software Store, Xiaomi Market, Baidu Mobile Assistant. If you're planning to publish an Android app in China, you'll need to work with multiple local app stores to get wide coverage. This means more effort, but also more opportunities. On the iOS side, the Apple App Store is available in mainland China, which makes distribution much simpler for iOS developers. However, the App Store in China operates under strict content guidelines and local legal requirements, so you'll still need to adjust your app and metadata accordingly. Why localization matters so much in China? Localization in China goes far beyond simple translation. It's about adapting your entire product experience to match Chinese users' preferences, habits, and cultural norms. Let's look at 3 key reasons why localization is a must. Language. Over 98% of mobile users in China prefer apps in simplified Chinese. Even if someone speaks English, they are far more likely to engage with a localized app. Cultural fit. Color meanings, icons, humor, and even app flow must feel familiar. For example, red is considered lucky in China and is often used to highlight deals or CTAs. Trust and functionality. Chinese users prefer apps that integrate with local ecosystems, like logging in via WeChat, Alipay, or QQ, and using UnionPay or local payment gateways. Have you ever localized an app for a specific market? If yes, which one and what did you learn? Share your experience in the comments. We'd love to hear your insights. Now let's walk through the main steps of localization for the Chinese market. Step 1. Translate your app into simplified Chinese. Translation isn't just about changing words. It's about making your app feel truly local. Use native Chinese linguists who understand tech and cultural nuances. Platforms like Gengo or OneSky connect you with real human translators. Avoid machine translation. Chinese users can quickly spot unnatural or robotic language, and it may damage trust. Step 2. Adapt visuals and UX. This means adapting your screenshots, videos, and UI so they feel familiar and trustworthy to local users. Text-heavy banners with vertical layouts. Use of red, gold, and white as dominant colors. Local symbols such as dragons, lanterns, or festive themes during Lunar New Year. Replace foreign names or locations with local ones. For example, Duolingo localized their mascot for China, gave it red festive elements during holidays, and redesigned screenshots for a vertical, text-rich layout. Step 3. Optimize metadata for Chinese app stores. You need to use the right Chinese search terms users are actually typing, not just translated English ones. Good metadata helps your app appear in search results. But here's the twist. There is no single Android store. China has dozens of Android app stores, Huawei App Gallery, Xiaomi Store, Tencent My App, and more. And each one has its own SEO rules, meaning how it ranks apps in search results. But don't worry. There's one thing that works everywhere: well-chosen keywords in simplified Chinese. Just like in the App Store or Google Play, you need to find what Chinese users are searching for and use those exact words in your app title and description. Use keyword tools like ASOMobile to find high-volume terms. Optimize app title, description, and metadata. Example, instead of budget tracker, use Jizhang or Yusuan Guanli. Focus on natural phrasing, not word-for-word translations. Step 4, integrate local SDKs and logins. Here's a key thing many developers overlook. In China, users expect to see familiar tools and services inside the app. That's why it's essential to integrate local SDKs, especially for login, payments, and analytics. Let's break it down. WeChat or QQ login. Chinese users prefer logging in with WeChat or QQ, not email or Facebook. Without these options, many simply won't use your app. WeChat Pay or Alipay. These are the top payment systems in China. If your app sells anything, make sure to support WeChat Pay or Alipay, or users won't be able to pay. Local analytics and push tools. Google tools don't work in China. Use local services like Umeng Plus, Jetway, or Xiaomi Push for analytics and notifications. Why is this so important? Without these local integrations, your app might feel strange, inconvenient, or even unusable for Chinese users. And that means high uninstall rates and low conversions, even if everything else is optimized. Step 5, follow local legal requirements. Publishing your app in China isn't just about translation. It's also about following local laws. Here's what you must do. Host user data on Chinese servers. This is required by law. Get an ICP license if your iOS app connects to the internet. It's like a government permission to go online. Remove restricted content. No politics, religion, or unapproved maps. And most importantly, work with a local legal partner or publisher. They'll help you navigate the rules and avoid getting banned. Without this step, your app may be rejected or removed from stores. Examples of localization done right. TikTok versus Douyin. ByteDance released 2 separate apps, Douyin for China and TikTok for global audiences. Douyin has localized features, stricter censorship, and supports Chinese payment systems. Clash of Clans. Supercell adapted the game with red-themed icons, Asian-styled buildings, and offered WeChat login and payment options. This helped increase user retention by over 30% in China. Netflix. Although Netflix isn't available in China, its rival IQIYI shows what localization success looks like, offering content in Mandarin, local subtitles, and themed visuals around Chinese holidays. Interesting stats to know. Over 50% of apps that localize for China see a 2.5x increase in installs within the first 3 months. Apps that support local login options like WeChat have 40% higher retention rates than those that don't. 70% of top grossing apps in China offer holiday-themed campaigns during Lunar New Year. The Chinese mobile market is huge, but highly competitive. To succeed, you need to speak the user's language, respect their culture, and integrate with their digital habits. Start small, localize your metadata and visuals. Then, adapt payments, UX, and compliance. And remember, true localization isn't just translation, it's transformation. Ready to dive deeper into ASO for Chinese app stores? Start with Xiaomi Market. We've got a full guide on how to optimize your app for that platform. Watch it now on our channel. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We've got tons of content to help you grow smarter in the app stores.